OG movement is a staple of Fortnite gameplay, with it being around since the game release dating back to 2017 when the game was still fresh and new. But why do people want OG movement back? Why is it so popular? Why is the new movement not good enough? And will the OG movement ever come back? These questions are a lot more complicated than you think. When you think back a few years ago, watching pro players or fast editors from that time free build with the OG movement, it looks super smooth. From doing simple 90s to doing triple and quad edits, it truly looks special. The pickaxe pullout animation is what people tend to think about concerning the OG movement. Nowadays, when you try to free build with the newer movement, something feels off. The lack of character expression when moving is apparent. Your skin tends to be walking instead of running. Your pickaxe while editing doesn't show at all, and it just looks goofy. Back then, it truly looked like you were flowing with your builds. Montages posted with the OG movement gathered millions of views. Overall, the community loved the movement of Fortnite, with it looking better than most of its rivals like Call of Duty and even Apex Legends. But why did the OG movement get removed in favor of the new movement? With the release of Chapter 5 on December 3rd, 2023, the OG movement we all loved from 2017 was gone. The new movement came along with a new chapter, new guns, and a new map. But there was a problem. The way you move felt rather off. The OG movement had been removed in favor for the new movement. When asked why Fortnite brought this new movement to life, they said it's to make Fortnite feel more realistic. But this doesn't make any sense to anyone. This implies that they were switching their motive from a cartoonist game to a more serious and realistic approach. This got so bad to the point where players were actively harassing an Epic employee due to the sudden movement change. Why fix something that was never broken? While I think changing the movement to feel like this is bad for the game, making fun of someone online is not the right answer. A little after Chapter 5 Season 1 release, they adjusted the movement a bit to where your character didn't walk as slow, fixing some of the movement issues that players noticed. So with that in mind, time passes as Chapter 5 went by. It would feel like this new movement was here to stay forever. Would there be hope of the old movement ever coming back? In December of 2024, Epic was announcing that they would bring back OG Fortnite as a permanent game mode. This got fans excited as there would be some hope that the OG movement would come back. Season 1 dropped shortly after announcement, and with OG dropping, the OG movement was nowhere to be seen. The new Chapter 5 animations were still there. OG just felt like a new method of saying, you want it original? Well, here you go. Season 1 came with a lot of problems, with some still being present to this day. Some of the gun models, the graphics, and the movement have still not been fixed. This sparked up a debate whether or not the OG movement will return or should be an OG Fortnite. Some people get it confused when we're talking about OG movement. We are not talking about the old version of OG movement. We are referring to the one from Chapter 4. The OG movement animations with your usual sliding, mantling, sprinting, etc. In Chapter 6 Season 4, Fortnite would drop a Squid Games trailer promoting some of the new maps. Now you're probably wondering what this has to do with OG movement returning. In this trailer, some of the characters were shown moving very interesting, like they were in the past or something. They were running OG and sprinting OG, just like Chapter 4 movement we all know and love. People see this as a hint of Fortnite bringing back OG movement. Some others think they only use this for promotional material, using Blender for these animations. While the current motive remains unclear, Fortnite has currently set their sights on fixing OG Fortnite. Ali Jax, known in the Fortnite community for supporting OG and giving out latest patches and bugs, was responding to by Fortnite status themselves, claiming to fix OG. This could be another chance of OG movement returning. In conclusion, is OG movement returning a good thing for the game? Well, you have to keep in mind of the players that started in Chapter 5. Imagine you didn't start Fortnite in the prime days, but you started in Chapter 5 or above. You probably are accustomed to the new movement, and you might even love it. If they were to bring OG movement back, these players would feel unattached to it, saying it was a bad change. To avoid this drama, I think there should be an option to toggle OG movement in creative. This will make both parties happy. If you want to support the OG movement going around the community, make sure you spam bring back meaning bring back old movement pickaxe pullout on Fortnite socials. Spread the word, and if we're lucky enough, Fortnite might just bring it back. Also, if OG movement were to return, I can see the player count potentially doubling. This goes to really highlight how amazing Fortnite's movement is to its player base.